Dear students, today our first topic is the living world. In this section, we will discuss the characteristic features of living being. First, we have we have to know what is life. Association of various vital activities like nutrition, respiration, growth, reproduction of an organism is called life. That means those organisms which perform well nutrition, respiration, growth, reproduction, sensitive to stimuli are called as that the organism is living. Now next one is meaning of living being. Meaning of living being. An organization which can grow, respire, reproduce, react to environmental stimuli, show movement, metabolic reactions are said to be living. That means those organisms the, which can perform these things are said to be living. Now, what are the characteristic features of living being? What are the characteristic features of living being? There are 13 headings. There are 13 headings, and you know very well about these things. But here we will summarize these things in a proper way, in a systematic way, in a short way. Learn these headings and write these points in your own words. First, you have to understand about these things. First is cellular nature. All living organisms are composed of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life, so called as cell. We know that cell is the structural and functional unit of living being. Cell is the structural and functional unit of living being. So called as cell is the structural and functional unit of living. So cell is the basic unit of life. In unicellular organism, they consist of single cell, while in multicellular organism, they consist of many cells. They have definite morphology. Living organisms have definite morphology. They have different external appearance. They change their appearance within a very narrow limit. That means if a human is of 6 feet height, 5 to 6 feet height, then it cannot be up to 20 feet. It can maybe change up to 6 to 7, not 10, not 20, as like in trees. Now, energy planned organization. We know that living organisms exhibit a well planned organization. How? We know that cell organized to form tissue, tissue organized to form organ, organ organized to form organ system, and organ system organized to form a body of a living being. We know that this is a planned organization, systematic organization. Each and every organism, each and every living organism have a definite planned organization. Now, next point is energy requirement. All living organisms require energy for growth, development, and vital activities, for metabolic activities. If they have no energy, the organism cannot survive. Next one is irritability and response to stimuli. Irritability. Living beings are sensitive to their environments or surroundings. If we touch, they exhibit a response to these changes. That means Mimosa pudica, that means touch me not plant. If we touch this plant, the leaves becomes contract. Suppose you feel hot, then you will put off your shirt. You will switch on the fan. Now, if you feel colder, now you will wear warm clothes, use heater. That means your response to their environment. That means by the way of stimuli. Movement and locomotion. Living organisms show movement and locomotion. Movement means movement of body parts like shaking of hands, head. Locomotion means movement from one place to another place. Locomotion is best observed in animals. Now, coordination. Various body parts well coordinated and perform a work after synchronization. That means if we, in case of nutrition, if we take some food, the teeth cut the food into small pieces. Mixing of saliva with the food with the help by the tongue takes place by the tongue. We swallowed this food, and this food comes into the esophagus and then stomach and then small intestine to large intestine. Here, the function of teeth is cut the food. This is the function of teeth. But mixing of saliva with food is the function of what? Tongue. That they have both have different functions, but they do their work in a coordinated manner, and they show synchronization. This is known as coordinated work. So if any body part is out of order, the whole body becomes diseased. Metabolism. Metabolism is all biological reaction inside the cell or inside the body is known as metabolism. It is of two types, catabolism and anabolism. We know that whole world is made up of energy and mass. When this energy is converted into mass, like in case of photosynthesis, fat synthesis, protein synthesis, etc., this process is called as anabolism. This process is called as anabolism. And when mass is converted into energy, that means energy liberated, and this process is called as catabolism. This process is known as catabolism. That means here conversion of energy and mass into energy takes place. Now, next point is excretion. Removal of undigested food material, removal of metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. Removal of harmful metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. Here a term comes metabolic waste. That means those waste which are formed during the biochemical process is known as excretion, is known as metabolic waste, and removal of these things is known as excretion. Egestion, that means removal of waste, undigested food material is not comes under the is not comes under the process of excretion. That means latrine jana is not, toilet is, latrine is not latrine is not a excretory product. This is undigested food material. So this is not egestion. But urination is a excretory product. In case of human, urination is a excretory product. Now next one is reproduction and continuity of life. Production of young ones. Reproduction. Again production. Production of young ones of its own kind by a living organism is called reproduction. And due to this, continuity of life maintains. Is an organism, suppose this is an organism which produce this organism, two organisms, this produces this produces this produces this, and continuity of life maintains. Here we can see that a new individual arises from the pre-existing one. That means this one comes from this one comes from this, and this one comes from this. Omnis cellula is cellula. And this is proposed by Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf, R-U-D-O-L-F, Rudolf Virchow, V-I-R-C-H-O-W, Virchow. Rudolf Virchow has proposed omnis cellula is cellula. That means production, a new individual arises from the pre-existing ones. Adaptation. Physiological and structural adjustment made by the living being to survive in a particular habitat successfully and to cope up with the fluctuation in their immediate environment is called adaptation. Suppose an organism lives in hot area and other organism lives in the colder area. They adapt to their environment. Suppose one organism lives in the land, lives in water, and a third one is lives in air. They adapt to their environment. That and they successfully live in that place with the process of adaptation. Now auto-regulation. Auto-regulation means various life activities of living beings are self-regulated. That means arising of permanent teeth, onset of puberty, coming of beards and mustache, etc. Aging and death. Aging, life and death. The process of age-related changes like born of an organism, then come to the young stage and then to the older stage and become senescence. Born to young stage, young to older stage, and then senescence, that means slow down their process, is called as aging. From born to this senescence or this older stage, coming from born to this older stage, this process is known as aging. This duration is known as aging. Life. We have already discussed this definition, but here we will also discuss the association of various vital activities like nutrition, respiration, reproduction, growth, etc. of an organism is called as life. Life duration, life span क्या होता है? Life span is duration of an organism since its birth to death. Since its birth to death, the duration is known as life span. And what is death? Stopping of all vital activities. Vital activities means biological activities. Biological activities is known as vital activities. The stopping of all vital activities of an organism is called death. That means there is no any vital activities takes place, nutrition, respiration, excretion, control and coordination, etc. Thus, we have completed this topic, characteristics of living being. In the next section, we will discuss next topic. Thank you.